So I kind of just made up the frosting today, so it's not the best frosting, but it did work out. But here's my raw vegan brownies. So I have about 3 cups of walnuts. You can do almonds, you can do walnuts and almonds, or whatever nut you want. And then I did 3/4 a cup to almost a cup of cocoa, and a fourth a teaspoon of salt. And then I just put it in the processor for a few minutes there. And then once it's kind of granular and all the nuts are broken down, I chop up about 6 dates. Make sure you take the pits out if you have whole dates. And then I chopped up all my 6 dates there. Just easier for it to go in the pulser. And then it'll start to form kind of like a dough. But it also needs a little bit more to stick together. So I ended up putting in about 1.5 tablespoons of maple syrup. Then it starts to look like it's a dough here, but I'm going to put in that tablespoon or so of maple syrup. You don't have to, but it just really helps it stick together better. Then once that is done, you can put it in whatever container you're going to be putting it in the fridge with. And I wanted to put some extra nuts in there. You don't have to do this. It's just an extra crunch when you go to bite into there. I have this nice silicone pan that I got from my mom, and it works really well with this. So I totally just made up this recipe, so it was way too much milk. I put some vanilla in with the milk, and then I heated it up, and then I put in the leftover chocolate chips I had in the pantry because I was trying to be creative. I mean, it worked out, but like it was super runny. Yeah, I was just trying to show you that I actually found Walmart accidentally vegan semi-sweetened chocolate. The other stuff is really great. It's just really expensive, so. And yeah, so once it's just got to a boil, I put it was about 1.5 cups of chocolate chips in there. And then I realized that it was way too much liquid, like way too much. I put about 1 cup of powdered sugar, and then I put, like, to thicken it up, I put these cream of coconut that I had left over in the fridge, and it actually ended up solidifying in the fridge. So yay me, it actually worked out, but just don't put as much milk in. More chocolate chips than milk. And then I put in some peanut butter, and that's what really made it thick. So that's what saved me. And then once it cooled in the fridge, it was really good on top of the brownies, but you can make whatever frosting that you want, or you can just eat them alone or make balls out of the raw brownies, but this ended up turning out, so that's great. Just have the ratios off. But, sometimes life doesn't turn out how you, especially when you go to experiment. It's kind of fun anyway, so I recommend playing around. You can invent some fun things. I was crossing my fingers, and it actually turned out really well, and it was really yummy with the peanut butter. So yeah, this is how it turned out. And hopefully if you try this recipe, it turns out better than my frosting. I mean, it did turn out, but it just was totally too runny. And enjoy!